Hello and welcome to a special episode of Perspectives. We have in studio with us Father Michael White and Tom Corcoran of Church of the Nativity Parish in Timonium, Maryland. They're the authors of Rebuilt, the story of a Catholic parish, and a whole series of books and resources and tools for changing the culture of your parish and bringing it to life. Father Michael and Tom will be guests on Salt and Light's new book show, Subject Matters, to discuss the latest book in their series, Rebuilding Your Message, Practical Tools to Strengthen Your Preaching and Teaching. Father Michael, Tom, good of you to be here. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the series here, Rebuilt. This is a story of your parish. What made you turn it into a book?
Well, I think we had a story to share that resonates with a lot of people, that we had frustrations with our parish. As leaders in the parish, we were frustrated with the parish. And it comes out of those frustrations and strategies that we use to turn the parish around. And so I think everyone likes a kind of rags to riches story. That's kind of what Rebuilt's about, but then practical tools that other parishes can use as well.
You mentioned frustration there, and I think the book sort of implies that there's a wider problem of parish life at this particular moment in history. Maybe, Father Michael, you could talk a little bit about that. What is that broader problem that parishes seem to be running into?
Well, a lot of people are walking away. About a third of Catholics in the United States attend their church on a regular basis. There's a problem. There's obviously a problem. But we were anxious to make sure that we were addressing the problem from our perspective as pastoral leaders and what we experienced, what happened to us, what we know about building a healthy parish. And we leave it to others to make the application in their setting.
One of the things that really stands out to me when I read this book and looked at this series was the emphasis on teamwork, that this was not just about you, Father, as the pastor. This was a whole group of people around you that are working together really, really closely to help this very complex machine run. Talk a little bit about that. Maybe why is that very important?
It's very important to us, and we wrote the book from that perspective as a collaborative venture, because we think that healthy parishes moving forward will be the fruit of such collaboration between the clergy and the laity. It's got to happen.
And when you think about some of the tools and some of the strategies that you're talking about in the book, how do people respond when you try to begin something new?
I think it seems overwhelming at first for many people, but really we'd like to say we're not that smart. We're really not that, it's not rocket science really. It does take some perseverance, but the strategies are pretty simple, and they take long obedience in the same direction over time. And so people, I think, start out overwhelmed, but again, we were overwhelmed too. You just take one step and take the next step. That's your next step.
And have you seen progress?
In our parish or other parishes, or
in your own parish?
In our parish for certain. That's, going back to your first question, Sebastian. I mean, we wrote the book because we saw success, and by success I mean a growing attendance, growing volunteerism, growing offertory, all these things that are key indicators of buy-in to the church, momentum as a church. We've seen that growth in many, many ways, and so again, that comes out of our heart. We want to see other churches grow and succeed, and so we're just sharing that success. And as Father Michael said, other people can apply those principles in their setting.
That's a good transition. I want to ask you, who did you write this book for? I mean, is it specifically to give to a pastor in a parish, or is this for the regular person in the pew, or is this for someone who has a degree in theology? Who can tackle this project and actually go run with it?
This is for people in the pews. This is for parish workers, pastors. Yeah, absolutely. It's not a scholarly work. It's not a work of theology. It's practical theology, I suppose.
Neither of us are scholars, so.
No, we're not.
But as we do say, anybody who's concerned about their parish and that things might not be going as well as they should be, that's who the book's addressed.
Okay, thank you guys very much for coming by. Father Michael White and Tom Corcoran are from Church of the Nativity in Timonium, just outside of Baltimore in Maryland. You can find out more about their books and resources at rebuiltparish.com. And you can see more of them on Subject Matters, Salt and Light's brand new book show, premiering Pentecost Sunday. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.